Hello, darlings! We are going on a 3-day solo adventure on an island in Washington State. There are many relaxing opportunities to hang out with nature. You'll be hugged by trees and flowers, whether you're in a garden or check out trails. We also explore a quaint town by the water, filled with boutique shops and lots of bunnies. We dig into cioppino with local mussels and an oozing cheesy sandwich. It's like drooling more than me. Then there's that chill pizza dinner in the car. There's more, but I don't want to give it all away. Are you guys ready? Before fully diving into the video, I want to say thanks to Green Chef for sponsoring this video. Green Chef is a meal kit delivery service that makes eating well easy, with dishes to fit a variety of lifestyles. They also offer vegan, vegetarian, paleo, and keto meals and is a USDA certified organic company. Their recipes are quick and easy, with step-by-step instructions and photos. When I travel, I eat all kinds of food, but at home, I gravitate towards a paleo diet, so the Green Chef dishes really sang to me. The beef patties with creamy caper sauce came with leafy greens and it was scrumptious. For date night at home, my sweetheart and I made chicken with mango salsa in 30 minutes. It tasted tropical, like our mouths were on a vacation. Because Green Chef takes care of the meal planning, grocery shopping, and does most of the prep, I save so much time and energy. And I could stay in my pajamas. Their recipes include pre-made measured sauces, dressings, and spices, so you could get more flavor in less time. In previous experiences, I enjoyed HelloFresh, which now owns Green Chef. So depending on your mood, you could switch between the two. Go to greenchef.us/90missmina and use my code 90missmina to get $90 off, including free shipping on your first box. And now it's all about the island adventures. Greetings from Washington! It's my first time doing this trip to Whidbey Island, and I'm doing it alone. Why am I doing it alone? For a couple reasons. One of the reasons being I need to prove to myself I'm not scared of traveling alone. I want to get that confidence back again, the solo traveling confidence. It was a hectic morning, but we made it to the ferry terminal. We're gonna catch the 11:30 ride. And by the way, I'm gonna be sleeping in a tiny home for 2 nights in a wooded area. Am I a little scared of that? Yeah. 2 nights ago, I woke up in the middle of the night from a nightmare, and suddenly I remembered I'm gonna be sleeping in a tiny home by myself in a wooded area, and then I freaked out. But then later that day, I felt okay about it. It's just like at nighttime when you wake up from a nightmare, like everything that was a little bit scary feels like really scary, especially being surrounded in the dark, you know? So I might not get good sleep for the next 2 nights. Hopefully I don't get too scared being alone in the wooded area. And besides, I'm not 100% alone. I got Mona Lisa with me. Yeah, Mona and Mina trip. After waiting in line, it's our turn to board the boat. I paid $24.50 for a round-trip ticket. Prices vary depending on the vehicle and number of passengers. Mona Lisa and I are twinning now.
The following message is an important safety announcement.
Back in the car. It was very nice and windy and refreshing up there, but I was starting to get a little cold. Just learned that this ride is about 20 minutes. We made it! 12 p.m. on the dot as I drive away. There are dining options near the ferry terminal, but I'm heading straight to Langley, baby. Only a handful of spots are currently open for lunch. One of those places is Langley Kitchen. While waiting for my takeaway meal, I admire and play with a baby tree. It's my way of practicing the whole concept of stopping to smell the roses. Okie dokes, where shall we sit for lunch? Ooh, this leafy gate is pretty. Let's walk through it. This area is called Boy and Dog Park. There's the boy and the dog. The stairs lead to the seawall park. It's so leafy and romantic. There's a bench connecting to the stairs. A welcome intermission from burning thighs when you walk up. Below is a shore with lots of small rocks. Picnic tables are lined up with lots of space in between them. We've got a nice shaded bench over here. There is a trash can specifically for pizza boxes. Across the water is Whidbey Island. Kayakers are out and about as a tiny crab scurries along the sand. It blends into the environment so well. This is a cute branded sticker. Reusable too. I'll put it on the back of my notebook. A memory of this trip. I got half a sandwich with a side. This is a ravenous roast beef layered with horseradish. Got some tomato as well. That white strip is provolone, and we also got gorgonzola mayo. And the side is made of broccoli, bacon, cran raisins, and red onion. I took a bite and everything just slid out. Let's try this again. Okay, it doesn't have a strong flavor, but the horseradish is what gives it that extra magic. The roast beef is as thin as a provolone cheese. The texture is soft. It does get messy to eat. Now the sauce is all over my fingers. I also love how the lettuce is not like little tiny pieces. It's just like one nice, strong looking piece of lettuce. I've only saw 3 other people at this park, so I feel like I have it all to myself. As for the broccoli, it's raw, crunchy, fresh. It is 1:09 p.m. My Airbnb check-in, the tiny home, that is at 3 p.m. So we still got about a good 2 hours to kill. There's a lot to do around here, but first off, I gotta wash my hands because it smells saucy. Upon removing evidence of lunch, I act as paparazzi to a butterfly, then walk through the quaint streets of Langley. Up ahead is a thrift shop. What treasures will we find here? Clothing prices are marked on a board, like a restaurant menu, as opposed to individual tags for each item. On Tuesdays, you stuff as many permitted clothes in a bag, just for $10. Sounds like a deal. The hand-painted feel of these plants are delighting me. This must be the antique section. Yes, that's an old-school iron. While browsing other shops, I stop and stare at flowers. This one's got lots of freckles and is slightly furry. If I were a bee, I'd be all up in there. But I am a human, and I like to dive my nose into books. Gregor Rare Books is owned by David Gregor, and he had an area with his own poems and his own books, and I got one of them. They were first edition books in really good condition. There are some that are like from the 1960s. Interesting roof. Looks like a staircase. I adore the interior decoration of this next shop. Dark wood and other warm tones. This shiny notebook hypnotized me, so I ended up buying it. What feelings and thoughts will you be loaded with? I do wonder. So I just learned, to enter this grocery shop, we need to go through a kind of indirect way. So this is Prima Bistro. I wanted to eat there for dinner, but they're closed on Wednesday and Thursday currently, so that's not the entrance to the grocery shop. We have to go through this entrance. Whoa, check it out! It's sriracha chocolate! Okay, I gotta try this. Within the walls of this boldly yellow building is a place called Sweet Mona's Chocolate Boutique. Did someone say Mona? It's got your name written all over it. Cool, a touchless door. Pandemic or not, I'm into this sorcery. I want all the chocolates, but we'll settle on 3 truffles. The dark avocante truffle has chili and cinnamon. Dark ruby red palmberry truffle. Let's also get the dark chocolate cardamom. Next to the chocolate shop are 2 angels reading and one of them giving a peck to the other. Alright, now I gotta figure out, where did I park? Alrighty, let's check into the tiny home. I'd give you a tour, but that's for another video. It is dinner time, so back to Langley. I'm curious about this Brayburn restaurant. Despite being Wednesday, the wait time is quite long. Thankfully, I found some flowers to admire and bunnies to watch. The bunnies in my neighborhood are always brown. The bunnies here have a wider range of colors. These guys are black, white, and beige. Boppity bop bop bop. Bye. It was early June and it was windy. The cioppino was delicious and soothed my shivering soul. It contained prawns and Pen Cove mussels. Other ingredients included big pieces of broccoli, mushrooms, and salmon. It was all about that broth. This cafe is called Useless Bay Coffee. Useless Bay is an actual place here. I took a shower, I feel fresh, and you might be wondering, why are you still wearing Mona Lisa? It turns out I forgot to pack my pajama shirt, so I have to wear what I wore today. But thankfully, this is a fresh shirt that I wore for the first time today, so I'm just gonna use this as my pajama shirt during this trip. It's almost 10 a.m. already. A part of me just wants to relax and not go out, just chill inside this tiny home and do some reading, some writing. But it is my first time on Whidbey Island, and there are other restaurants I really want to check out and other places I just want to walk on, like Earth Sanctuary. So I guess it's time to wash my face. Located in Bayview Farm and Garden is the Flower House Cafe. The shop owner from whom I bought the red notebook from told me about this place. I know what you might be thinking. A sandwich again? But this sandwich was different. The cheese was all melted, the ingredients all welded together. Yesterday's sandwich was neat and proper, and today's sandwich was cheesy and crispy until the end, to the very last bite. Oh, the cuteness! It's weakening my knees. Actually, it's weakening my whole being. I'm feeling the cider, so let's walk it off. A couple steps away is the garden center. For some reason, the older I get, the more I want to hang out with plants. Whether it be flowers, trees, bushes, they're all beautiful in their own way. They might not talk like humans, but they sure can soothe the soul. Strolling around here is charging up my nature battery. I lost track of time, but I must have wandered for about an hour. Unripe strawberries. Most are small and green right now. They're unripe like my dreams. But one day at a time, they will become juicy and red. These flower varieties all have a little purple in them. Oh, veiny, and the center reminds me of a black hole. This flower looks like a six-pointed star. The center is delicate. Insects in general kind of freak me out, but I do like watching them up close. It's my attempt at trying to overcome my fear of bugs. Oh, look at its cute little butt. By the way, that long thing is the bee's tongue. The stinger is on the butt. There is a lot to observe and admire here. Ah, the colors, the shapes. Wowza! Some of these plants, man, they look unreal, as if they're from another world. They also have an indoor store where you could buy gifts and such. So this next place is way bigger than I imagined. Earth Sanctuary is a sculpture garden of sacred spaces. Think of it as environmental art in a nature reserve. And there are spaces for prayer and meditation. The founder is an environmentalist with a 500-year plan to restore 72 acres of land. So far, over 15,000 native plants and over 3,000 trees have been planted. $7 admission fee. I don't have smaller bills, so I'll just put 10. Oh, they have Sacred Sites Tour Guide. Each one is $1. I paid $10, so I'll take one of these. There are signposts that give an explanation. Veils of Reality Minimalist Art Sculpture. Stand in front of the left black steel plate. What do you see? We have observed that everyone sees something different and something special. Ultimately, if we look hard and long at a pure piece of art, we will be looking at ourselves in a new way for the first time. Ooh, what's this? Hello. Hey, bunny. Compressed cube tensegrity sculpture. At this point, I'm not following the map anymore. I'm just going where my eye takes me. Can't say I'm wearing the right shoes for this, but it looks tame enough and not muddy. Ooh, mushroom! A polypore! Raspberry. Aha! A sculpture. Or maybe that's a bench. Or maybe it's both. Bunny. Hello. Meow. I don't want to scare you, but I must go this way. He follows the path. Oh, this feels like an Alice in Wonderland moment. That looks like a dead end. Let's take the Celestial Trail. Starting to lose my breath here. You know, I thought this was gonna be like a super relaxing stroll, but it's turning out to be a bit of a hike. If I knew that, I would have changed my shoes. So when you guys visit, make sure to wear something comfortable and bring your water. I'm sweating for sure. Oyster mushrooms. Oh, snap. Oh, we made it! Ooh, look what's ahead. That's our treat, our reward. Hey, bunnies. I plan to visit Earth Sanctuary in the future and dedicate more time for it. And now, a short stop at the local market. So for dinner, I came back to Langley. I was super excited to try, what's that restaurant called? Saltwater Fish House and Oyster Bar. But the wait time, 1 hour and a half long. So I went to another restaurant. Wait time, also 1 hour and a half. So then I went to another restaurant. The pizzeria, Village Pizzeria, and there it's takeout, so not a long wait time. However, if you want to order like a full pizza, then it's about 1 hour to make, but I just got 2 slices, and that took about like 15 minutes to wait. So let's take a bite. This pizza's got mushrooms with an Alfredo base, and this one is the pesto pizza. The base is pesto and the rest is cheese, well, with the dough, of course. I'm gonna open this top up. So when I ordered these slices, I thought it was gonna be half the size, so they're quite big. 1 slice would have been enough. Let's try the pesto first. The cheese in the sandwich we had earlier at Bayview, the cheese is stretchier there. I taste the cheese, but not the pesto. Now let's move on to the mushroom. Oh, this one's noticeably heavier. I feel the mushroom. That's a plus. So which flavor wins? Well, the pesto looks pretty, but the mushroom has more flavor and personality. So I gotta get a drink because it feels kind of weird just to eat this pizza with room temperature water. I like to have my pizza with like a tea, something to help with digestion, or something acidic like a citric. So let's stop by the market, pick something up. See you in a bit, pizza. That rabbit has been hanging out there for like a good 30 minutes. He looks nice and plump. I got it. These bunnies are right in front of my car. What a satisfying sound. Just what I needed with that pizza. I'm just in my car eating pizza. The world is my TV. I got a 360 TV, like a live stream. I see bunnies over there. I see humans walking over there. I see a truck pulling out. I see flowers, leaves blowing in the breeze. I see lavender, one bush of lavender, and another bush of lavender. This is a kind of a luxury to me. Usually when I'm at home, when I'm eating, I would either sit and watch a show, or I would write emails, or I would do work while I'm eating. Rarely do I sit and just eat and look at nature or just observe the things around me. This moment right now, I'm having unintentional reflection. Right before this trip, I had things to do piling on top, and my chest started to feel heavy. But right now, life just feels so simple. It sucks I didn't get to eat at the restaurants I wanted to check out, but look, it led to this moment and this experience. So it's all good. There's pros and cons to every situation. Sometimes you want something, you don't get it, but you might get something else that might be better for you for that time. It also could be I could have gotten a really good experience at the restaurant, but what I really needed was this. Man, I'm feeling some inner peace here. Oh, this pesto pizza is much saltier than the mushroom one. Pizza boxes only. Bye-bye. I am spacing out. Ever since that unintentional hike at Earth Sanctuary, I have been in a good tired mode. There were way more things I wanted to see and do today, but couldn't get to them. You see, if you make a really tight itinerary, you don't get to fully soak in each experience, because your mind is thinking, oh, I gotta be here next at a certain time. So my style of traveling, well, it's a little different when I do personal travel versus work travel. And this is a filming trip, but I tried to add in a different pace this time. A little bit more of my personal travel pace. Instead of just spending 15-30 minutes at Earth Sanctuary and then go to the next place and spend another 15-30 minutes, I decided to just take it all in. Now, what I showed you, Earth Sanctuary, what I experienced, actually there's more. There are other paths, but what I experienced today, I am grateful and my heart feels full. And yes, I didn't get to go to the restaurants I originally planned on going to, but that's all right. That's what life is. That's what travel is. When you travel, you just don't know like what exactly is gonna happen. You could spend extra hours making a perfect itinerary, but one thing happens and it's gonna throw it all off. It might be the weather, it might be an event that cancels something. So the way to win when you travel is to have this mind of adaptation and to be open to change. And because things didn't go according to my original itinerary, I met people. I didn't film all that. In fact, I don't think I filmed any of those moments. but I did meet people, locals and travelers, people who used to live on Whidbey but they're visiting here. So my main vlog camera just shut down on me because it says the internal temperature is too hot. Okay, I think it's time for me to sleep. Anyways, it was a good day, and I'm excited to come back to Whidbey again. And next time I'm gonna come with somebody. I think that somebody might be Mommy O or somebody special. I mean, Mommy O is special, but I'm talking about another special someone. Good night. After checking out of the tiny home, we gotta have our last meal in Langley before leaving the island. Yeah, I'm kinda in love with this town. And its flowers. Just before dining at Prima Bistro, you'll need to do some light exercise. 1 flight of stairs. Here we go. They just opened and there are plenty of tables. Since I'm dining alone, I'll take the cozy corner adorned with posters. In 30 minutes of opening, the restaurant is full. There's a 15-minute wait now. Interesting architecture. The restaurant has an opening in the wall that looks down into the store we bought sriracha chocolate. Here we have the confit of Muscovy duck leg with pouilles lentils and frisée. The vinaigrette contains bacon and warm red wine. Some parts of the meat fell off the bone effortlessly. Other parts were slightly dry to bite. The duck skin brought the moisture and flavor joy. I gotta say, the lentils were the star of this dish. That smoked bacon, it hit the spot. Can I just say, this knife is cool. One side has a flat circle, so you could set it down without the sharp part touching the table. Alright guys, we are at the Clinton Ferry Terminal to take the 1:30 p.m. ride, and currently it is 1:15. Oh, it's getting steamy in here. It was chilly when I exited the Airbnb. So, recap, or a conclusion of this video. There are a couple other places I wanted to check out before leaving, but I gotta be home. There are a couple things I gotta do today. I see this trip, my first time in Whidbey Island, as an appetizer. And it's okay if you don't see everything on your original plan. There's always something for next time. So one of the interesting things I learned on this trip, North Whidbey and South Whidbey have their own vibe. North Whidbey has a Walmart. South Whidbey is more artistic and farmlandy. There is a Dairy Queen though. South Whidbey Island is more supportive of local businesses, and this is something I didn't know before coming on this trip. And at some point, I will go to North Whidbey and see for myself how different it feels. But from what I've heard, it seems a little bit more like a city. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. There are other islands in Washington, so many more to check out. Hope you guys got some ideas for when you visit Washington. And if you're local, I hope you got some ideas for places to eat, things to do. And there's so much more than what I showed you. There always is. Made it back home. Let's try the chocolate. Sweet Mona's chocolate with Mommy O. Okay. Mona's joining us as well. Which of the truffles shall we try first? The dark ruby red palmberry, the dark cardamom, or the dark avocante? First, let's try the chocolate with the flower imprint. Oh, it's so creamy on the inside.
Creamy dark chocolate.
Let's try the kind of semi-melted square-ish one. Ooh, smells cinnamony. More of a unique flavor than the other one.
I like the other one.
This one is more wild, more fun. And today's Friday. That one tastes like a Friday night. Okay, let's try the one with like the marbly outside. My fave is the second one, and then the third one. But for every day, I like the first one.
For me, the first one, and then third one, and then second one.
Remember, we also have the sriracha chocolate. It's kind of random what it says on here. It says dream with the thin moon on the side. I was not expecting that. I was thinking chicken would be imprinted on that. It doesn't smell sriracha.
Wow.
My taste buds are so confused right now. It looks like chocolate, but then the flavor is a little bit... That's weird. How do you like it?
Funny taste.
Ooh, the spiciness is getting more and more.
Yeah.
Ooh!
Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've got another island one coming up, so stay tuned. Might be random, but I feel like sharing a quote. It's one that I think about a lot when I feel behind in life. A flower does not think of competing with a flower next to it. It just blooms. Zen Shin. I don't know about you, but these words definitely comfort me. Thanks again to Green Chef for sponsoring this video. Remember to click the link in the description box and use my code to give their yummy meals a try. Remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell. For food and travel in Korea, check out my other channel, Sweet and Tasty TV. Toodles, my noodles.
I don't know if you guys noticed if the quality or anything is different about this video than my normal video. I changed my vlog camera. It's my first time using it for a travel video. I hope my audio is being recorded well. I think the autofocus is much better on this camera than my other cameras.
I love the color combo of these rocks and shell. We got orange brown, neutral teal, light purple and medium purple, and this super dark gray is also part of this palette. So there's this painting I'm working on at home. These colors would be fun to play with.
When I was looking at the menu, I thought this sandwich, the roast beef, would be like a diva, and that there would be a lot of roast beef, and when you bite into it, you just think about the roast beef. But when you first bite into it, the main thing you notice is the horseradish, and all the other ingredients. It's like a harmony. It's a balance. There's no diva. Well, the horseradish is a little bit diva. It likes attention.
It's 9:30 p.m. I'm saving camera files and charging my laptop and iPhone.
Remember this notebook I got earlier today?
This image is interesting. There's a heart. It looks like it's on fire, or it's hairy, or it's got snakes or something coming out of it. The heart is being held by two hands that are coming out of clouds, and there are two snakes biting into the heart.
Can you find the black bunny? Do you see it now? Do you see it now?